Good morning to you. I hope you have a good day, Twitch chat. I want you to know I look very good in a hat. I laughed and I missed the rhyme. Good time zone to ye. Welcome, welcome. Anyone and everyone joining us, especially all you early birdies here for the pre-stream. Now, as I always do, I tackle as many leftover questions as I can during the pre-stream section. So this is that. Okay. So, we only have one leftover question, which is nice. From Sinasapeli. Sinasapeli. Who would be the top 3 heroes to go for in time gates as a new player? So, this is a seasonal question, really. This changes as time goes on. By which I mean, what's good now might not be the crowd favorite choice a year from now. So, what's good? What's good? Who are good time gate champions for new players? You would probably want to prioritize champions that have been retired. Let me open up my own champions visual aid here. Take a look at the retired list. Going through, Grama is a big one for slot 3 because she is so versatile. And who else? Zorbu is a strong pick for a DPS, but is in slot 12, which devalues him some for a new player perspective specifically. Deacon is a slot 1 champion, that's great. A speed champion, that's great. And a decent support champion, that's good. So, Deacon, definitely a good pickup. Those are all from year 1. From year 2, Donar in slot 2 is very good. Warden in slot 11, but that's a late slot. So, again, like the Zorbu thing, caution. Ayla is a middle ground slot character. She is also very, very good for both debuffing and tanking. She has a self-shield mechanic. She is really good at keeping herself alive. Spurt, slot 3, another great choice. Keelik, Korth. Honestly, there's a lot of really good options from years 1 and 2. Averin is retired now, and he's in slot 11, and is arguably the strongest supporter in the game. So, definitely worth looking into that, I would say. Likewise, Sentry for speed in slot 4, and Kroll in slot 6. There's a lot of really good time gate champions to pick up from years 1, 2, and 3. You go with any of those, you won't be making a wrong choice. But at the same time, also, you go with any champion, you're not making a wrong choice. Unless it's Xander. So, anyway, how's it going, everyone? Just gonna slide that one in there. Good morning, Star Chaser. Good morning, Timnos. Good morning, Camro. Good morning, Lorcan. Good morning, Lord Amethyst. And without further ado-s, let us do's the do's. Greetings, champions! Welcome to Mars Guiding Hand. I am Mars. This is Idle Chambers of the Forgotten Realms, a free-to-play, officially licensed Dungeons & Dragons formation strategy video game from Codename Entertainment. On this show, we take a look at the latest content, discuss strategies, and answer any questions that you may have about the game. So get cozy, grab a drink, join me for a little while as we discuss all things Idle Champions. Today is Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. January 14th, 2022. And on this episode, we're going to be talking about, well, we're going to continue talking about the current event, which is, of course, Midwinter, Year 5. We've got the return of Morgaine, the return of Talon, the debut of Rust on the Harbor. Rust on the Harbor. Wow, I'm proud of captions for managing to catch that I said Rust, even though I dragged it out for like several seconds. Good job, captions. Sometimes it's impressive with what it can handle. Before anyone asks, today's tea is another cup of Yorkshire Gold. I decided that one wasn't enough the other day. So I got another one. It is both on theme for Rust and just otherwise a delightful cup of black tea. No sweetener, no milk, although I am intending to add a splash of milk to it once I get it like halfway down, if there's any left by the end of the show. Also, I've got water here. Stay hydrated. It's important. I haven't said that in a while. So, we are looking at my main account right now. And on my main account here, this is my Rust so far. All I've done is open Electrums and Silver chests for Rust. I've not opened any of my gold chests yet. So we're doing okay. We've already picked up one blue. It's very nice. This gold piece has seen better days, I feel. One gold piece. I can't think of anything better. Sturdy blade. Like most things, you should keep your sword dry, except if it's stabbing someone. But what if that person is dry on the inside? What if they're like a bone person? What if it's a lich? Cup of the better stuff. Oh wait, no, this is the stuff. Piratical holster. Oh look, the picture Corazon drew is in the pocket. And stylish headgear. I think it sets off my ears. So we're going to talk about Rust. We'll talk about Talon and Morgaine again. You'll see that currently I'm in a free play for Morgaine because I want to do a deep push, my first deep push for the event, in here. So allow me to speed that up. And turn on big potions. Sure. Big potions. Big, strong potions for big boys like me. Ooh. Club QAZ3. I play a lot of Crusaders of the Lost Idols. This game looks very similar. Are there major differences other than the D&D licensing? I would say that there are quite a few differences. When this game first came out, it was essentially a reskin of Crusaders of the Lost Idols, from what I understand. I was there when it first came out, but I wasn't playing Crusaders at the time. I just randomly stumbled across this game one day. I think I started in the first week. Anyway, it has grown more complicated over time, such that there are now definitely, there's definitely some divergence points, we could say, about things that are different. As people in chat are saying, the basics are the same. Yeah, it's formation strategy. You put characters in the formation, you move them around, they provide buffs, they hit things, you get gold, you progress, etc., etc. But the deeper you get into it, the more you will notice that there are differences. The game is moving really fast because I'm doing multiple things that make me go faster. We have a clip linked in chat, Nightbot just posted it, where it is me explaining how am I going so fast. So I'm going to let this ride for a while. I'm going to get to about 500s or 600s before this really peters off. So while this is going, I'm going to switch over to my casual Epic game, and we'll check on my progress over there. So, that was my main account on Steam. This is my new casual account that I started on December 1st on Epic, the Epic Game Store platform. So I have managed to successfully unlock Talon, as well as Rust. I am currently in the unlock mission for Morgaine. I only have to beat stage 50. I've already done so, so at any point I can reset this and get me a Morgaine. But I want to push for favor as much as I can. I am already up to 1.25 EO6 event favor, so I'm at 1 EO6 event favor. The trash people are here! They have a very loud truck. Hopefully that's not coming through the microphone. And now they are leaving. Can't hear it at all? Excellent. Audio poison is my bane. Anytime I hear a weird noise outside, I'm like, ugh, I hope that's not bleeding through the mic. But I do have a very good mic now. It's a Shure mic. Like a professional or something. Bye, trash people! Yeah, I can see them out my window. On a squared question, hi, Mars. I recall you saying that the Rust Gold Devourer variant might be useful to push in and accomplish something. I don't recall what. Do you recall what I'm talking about? I do recall what you are talking about, what I am talking about yesterday. Oh god, Lord Kirby, join the chat for a second. I hear the trash people are here. Sorry. I don't think you are trash people, Lord Kirby and others. What I was talking about was that this variant, Gold Devourer, might be useful for those seeking to reach a new record for their highest gold acquired. I thought we were getting raided by the trash people. Oh yes, I have Trevor in the mod seat with us today. So thank you, Trevor, for being awake so early. I know it's a pain. And for catching questions. I aim for a goal of 50 questions or more per stream, so chat, help me get there, please. But yeah, Gold Devourer information reads, Rust begins in the formation, he can't be moved or removed from the formation. The Devourer appears as secondary boss in Area 25, must be defeated in order to advance, that's a pain, but whatever. Gold Find is reduced by 99%, but Gold Find is increased by 200% for each champion with the gold roll, stacking multiplicatively. You don't say! Getting to know Rust. Rust increases your damage based on your total gold find. Use gold find buffing champions information to boost his support abilities. Yeah, so this feels like it's got potential to help you reach a new personal best for most gold obtained, like career total, which is relevant because of these achievements. So there's an achievement here that's earn basically 1 E38 gold. Okay, and then there'll be like, I think, what, maybe it's E44 next, then E50. I can check on my main account. It'll actually tell me which ones I've collected on my main account, because I'm only missing one on my main account. So over here, if I go to earned, and I scroll down, so 1E5, 1E8, 1E14, 1E20, 1E26, 1E32, 1E38, 1E44, 1E50, 1E60, 1E70, 1E80, 1E90, 1E100, 1E125, 1E150, 1E175, and 1E200. This is the last one. It's the only one I don't have on my main account. So if I can get this, then I won't have to worry about my highest personal best for gold ever again, unless I just suddenly decide that I'm a Morgaine main for some reason. Because that's relevant to the current event. Morgaine, as a character, she has an ability that works off of the most gold you've ever obtained while she has been in your formation. Let me bring her in here, and I will mention that specifically. I'm just going to take random specializations so we can just get her leveled up. Okay, so paid up front, Morgaine collects 25% of all gold dropped by enemies, but in turn increases the damage of adjacent champions by some number, for me currently 9.14 EO4%, increased by 5% for each order of magnitude gold that Morgaine has collected, stacking additively. The collected gold count persists through resets. Total gold collected for my Morgaine currently is 1.37 E175, which is pretty great. Oh yeah, Trevor's poking me on the production end. I gotta tell you guys, the show is being cut short by 1 hour today for very good reason. We're only gonna do a 1 hour show today, which is why part of the reason why I'm going so fast. For good reason. You see, and you're gonna get, I believe we're gonna get in-game notifications about it. The creator of Rust is going to be doing a Rust Unlock stream on their own channel. Yee! And having watched the interview, it was pretty fun. I like this guy. I like this person. They have a charming personality. I've never consumed any Oxventurer media or anything from these creators before, but yeah. They will be doing an unlock stream for Rust on their own channel. Trevor, do we have a link to their own channel so that I can mention explicitly? But also, like, if you just hang around, you will get, I believe we will get a notification for it. Cool, Trevor's gonna drop it in the chat. Nice, 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 nice. Later. Awesome. I'm gonna have that running in the background while I work on other things. 50 questions an hour then. Yeah, maybe we cut it to 25 then, since it's only 1 hour. Or as many as I can get. Ear Seaside Bars, or Ear Seaside Baz, are event token drops linked to the current acceleration speed rather than real time? No, they're linked to real time. I'm not going to be gaining any more tokens per second or per minute on this account that's going very slow than I am on this account that's going very fast. I'm getting the same amount of tokens. Oh, forgot to switch back over. There we go. The only way that you can really get more tokens than you're supposed to have at any given moment is to open up bounty contracts. So if I use a small bounty contract, you see I'm going to go from 5995 to 6067. Basadilla, question. I need a tank for Strahd variants, and I can time gate for one. Who would you recommend? Ooh, asking for a recommendation for a Strahd tank. Okay, let me open up my Patrons visual aid. Exclamation mark ICVA in chat will get you a link to that. And this way, I can just look at a quick visual representation of what all champions are allowed for Strahd. And now I can just go through here and see... Gromma is excellent. Gromma is an excellent tank. But the trick to Gromma is you have to get the Keen Mind feat for Gromma to use her in Strahd variants. And where do you get the Keen Mind feat for Gromma? From the Strahd Patron Shop. So you have to do some footwork in Strahd variants first before you are allowed to use Gromma. Should you get the feat? I believe so, yes. I think Gromma is fantastic. Even not as a tank, even as a support champion too, for that matter. But not really as a DPS champion. Other tanks. Oh, there's Sergeant Nox. It's slim pickings as far as tanks go. There's Lazaps. There's Tyrael. Tyrael is arguably one of the best tanks in the game. I believe he is my tank with the most survivability of them all on my main account. And then there's Dragonbait. That requires some work into Annihilation to pick him up. Nova. The trick about Nova is that you need to put her in the formation earlier as opposed to later, so that she can collect hearts and brains. If you plan on using Nova at all, then you need to get her in your formation as soon as possible when you start a run. And then Solis in slot 12. Also a very good pickup. So, I think I would say, like, top 3 in no particular order. I'd go Gromma, Solis, and Nova. Yeah, those are all good. For Tyrael, it comes down to your gear. Like over here, my Tyrael on this account, a level 9 patched tree branch, slot 1, increases the health of Tyrael by 30.96%. Okay. Meanwhile, over on this account, shiny gnarled staff of the Warden, level 4,666, increases the health of Tyrael by 2,949%. That's much better. Bushbasher, 92. Question, best area to farm Torigar stacks? Well, I mean, for Torigar stacks, you really just need to put in Torigar and a bunch of evil champions. Just as many evils as you can. And especially if there's any evil speed champions. Are there even any evil speed champions? Well, Human is an evil speed champion, certainly. But I think that's it as far as the speed characters go. I think it's just Human. Anyway, once you have Torigar set up with a bunch of evil characters in the party, take the Torigar specialization that makes it so that Torigar gains stacks when any evil champion gets a kill. Go to Mad Wizard. Go to one of the fast spawning stages of Mad Wizard. Put on an epic speed potion and just let it ride. Just let it go. Check on it again later. Chevette, question, how fast can Mars talk? Actually, very fast. I used to practice speed reading aloud. If you provide me with a... Don't actually do this in Twitch chat, but like if I was to be provided with a wall of text, I could chew through it pretty quick. But one, captions would hate it, and two, anyone with any kind of hearing impairment would also really not enjoy that. Trevor is saying that he is tempted to find a medical disclaimer. I would do it. I would do it. That sounds fun. Kaze Koichi, question, how exactly Baloth's Generous Jin's post-stack bonus works? Oh goodness. I'm not the math person. How exactly does it work? Oh boy. Well, one thing I can tell you is that if you don't actually want to bother doing the math about it, or doing the tedium of setting up Baloth stacks, just go with the middle spec. And if you do actually want to bother with it, go with the right spec. I knew that already before I asked Sean about it on Community Q&A yesterday. Because I don't really care that much, I'm going to go with Overexcited. But it's multiplicative. It goes up a lot. A lot. I think on my main account, if I've got all 10 champions Baloth stacked, then it's an E12 buff. Kaze Koichi, I will take the coward's way out on this one and say, ask Garwar. Garwar might actually be able to tell you the exact mathematics behind Baloth's Generous Jin, but I am unable to do so. Sorry. Sinasipali. Question, what should be the first hero or top 3 to get from Time Gates for a new player? Oh, that's... Oh, hey! I answered your question as my leftover from last stream. So, Sinasipali, I'm assuming you weren't here for the pre-stream. Basically, 5 minutes before my show is actually scheduled to go live, I go live. And there's a 5-minute countdown timer. And during that 5-minute countdown timer, I actually answer any of the leftover questions that I had from the last episode, which today was only yours. So you could go back and check that out. But the gist of what I was saying is that if you are going to unlock characters from a time gate as a new player, you might want to focus on characters that have been retired, so characters that are not going to come up again in an event. You can only get them from time gates. A few worth mentioning: Zorbu in slot 12, but he's slot 12. That's really far out there. I should switch back to my main account for this. Oh, looks like we actually hit a wall. Cool. Kill. Kill. Good. We may continue on. So working backwards from slot 12, Zorbu in slot 12 is a good pick, but he's very far down the list, so that's hard to get out early when you're a new player. In slot 11, there's Warden and Averin, both extremely good, but again, they're much further down the list. I would focus more on characters that are like in the first few bench slots as a new player for your first unlock. Slot 10, I don't think I recommended anyone in slot 10. Slot 9, Ayla is extremely good, both for supporting, tanking, debuffing. But focusing more on like the early slots, I'd say Deacon for slot 1 for time gating, because Deacon is a speed champion and a good support champion and is in slot 1. It's kind of a hat trick of usefulness. In slot 2, Donar for sure. In slot 3, Grama for sure. So, you know what? I'll just say that. You want 3 champions to go for in time gates as a new player. Deacon in slot 1, Donar in slot 2, Grama in slot 3. And I believe you will have a good time dealing with those. Oh no! I'm losing! I'm dying. Okay, maybe it's time that I actually switch to... Yes, bring them all over. Potpourri. Dark Blessing. Neutral. Go with the flow. More daggers. Shows go on. Oh yeah! Shield Guardian. And Half-Bloods. And Sturdy Mirrors. Okay, and... Go! Whee! And there he goes. How many hops do we have? A lot of hops. Alright, great. So this will be fine now. I can ignore that again. Going back to my casual account. So, any questions? And in just a minute, I want to do something fun with y'all, so stay tuned, please. Club QAZ3. Question: on the wiki, there's an event characters categorized as time gate and active event. What's the difference? So that's what I was just talking about with the recommendations for Sinaspoli. There are characters who are retired, which we can probably do a better word for that, because it does leave people wondering, like, is that character just gone from the game? I can never get them? No, that's not how that is. What we mean is that they are retired from events specifically. They have been relegated to time gates only. So, Rust, for example, is a brand new character that just came out a couple days ago. He's the new hotness, and everybody wants him for his immense gold find potential in slot 11. Also in this event, we have the return of Talon from last year, and Morgaine from 2 years ago. There are 2 other Midwinter champions, because they're from year 2 and year 1 for Midwinter. We are in year 5 of Midwinter. But you can only get the 3 most recent champions for an event from each event. So, what if you want those other 2 champions? You gotta do a time gate. Similarly, Midwinter next year will have the return of Talon, the return of Rust, and the debut of someone else, and Morgaine is going to be bumped off the list. Morgaine is going to be time gate only. And time gates are right here. Once you've collected 6 time gate pieces, you can view available time gates and pick someone from the list. Some of these are retired. Some of these are not yet retired. As an example, my very first time gate on this account, I picked up Zorbu. Here's a handy list showing time to event. Regis and Cthulhu are the Year 1 and Year 2 champions for this current event. But you can't get them from the event. You can only get them from the time gate. So if you want to collect the whole set, you're going to have to do 2 time gates, 1 for each of them. So that's all that means. Daniner, question, if Rust is unlocking Rust, is WD-40 used? You gotta grease the wheels. Rio Madness, question, is it typical for the Evergreen Champion in the newest campaign to show up toward the end of the year like it did with Xeraphon? I'm making an assumption that Witchlight will eventually get one. I mean, I would say it's a safe assumption that Witchlight will eventually get one. Now, whether it be toward the end of the year... once upon a time... we were told that we were going to get Olcoria, and then it took 2 years for us to actually get Olcoria. So now C&E doesn't tell us when it's happening ahead of time. Because the community, as has been proven, will whine about it endlessly until it actually happens. So, I don't think there's like some consistent time frame to expect an Evergreen Champion. It happens when it happens. The end. Seawolf177, question, I'm looking to fill out my party. Who are some strong champions for lots 6, 7, 10, and 12? Okay. In 6, which is a Shara slot, I'm looking at my main account, but I'm going to keep my new account up on the screen. In slot 6, Krull for power, Shandy for speed. In slot 7, Freely. Just get Freely for 7. For 10, you can pick up Olcoria from Waterdeep Dragon Heist as an Evergreen unlock, but if you want an event or a Time Gate champion, Havilar for speed. Yeah. In slot 12, Melf for speed, Zorbu as a DPS choice, or Penelope for buffing, or Azaka if you want an Evergreen unlock and the key component of Azaka farming. Right. Dan Robot Man, question, missed the second stream on Wednesday. I did not have one. Did we figure out if the Dritz dodge works on the Devourer? No! What an excellent question. An excellent question. I could actually test that. Let me switch back over here. Put these familiars away. Okay, as expected, they are just instantly killing everything. So let me take some people out of here. But not too many people. I do need to get Dritz back in here. Okay. I've got to hit like a sweet spot of killing the enemies and staying alive so that Dritz can hit the Devourer. I should probably just put some throwaways in here for the Devourer to target, so that it doesn't just grab Dritz instantly and defeat the entire point. Because I am very curious about this myself. I want to know if this is possible as well. Chat, has anyone in chat actually tried this yet? Since I was unable to do so Wednesday afternoon because I was stricken by my terrible, horrible, no good, nasty eye pain. Attacks the nearest enemy, right, so we do need to get rid of all of the other enemies. Okay, So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in here. As soon as all the normal enemies have spawned, I'm going to hit plane shift for Vlania. That way, only Devourer will be left. And then we will see if if Twinkle on Driss can actually cause the Devourer to miss this. 5, go. Okay, here we go. Grab Binwin. Grab Tyrael. Grab Wolfgar. Grab Briv. Did it just grab Wolfgar again? I wasn't seeing things just now, right? Did it just grab Wolfgar twice? I think that implies that he missed. Okay, Potion of Specialization time, so I can reset Vlania's ultimate. Alright, let's do this again. Go. Okay, got Vlania. I'm watching over here on the left now instead. Okay, got Briv. Got Korth. Got Stokey. Got Jim. Got Driss. Okay, well now I can't even test it. I think that... I suspect this might actually be working, but I've got to see it one more time to be satisfied. Here we go again. Okay, go. Oh, he grabbed Briv, but Briv's still alive. It works. It works! It works! Haha, Drit's Twinkle can cause the Devourer to miss its Devour! That's so cool! Yes! Awesome. Confirmed. Confirmed. That is so cool. And this is why people shouldn't write off Dritz as a bad DPS. Dritz has his uses. He's a good boy. Alright, Danimal Roar question. How do you check which year a champion is from to know if they're retired or not? You can't, which is a little aggravating. But that's why I've got a handy-dandy Champions Visual Aid, !ICVA in chat. We'll get you a link to all of my visual aids, all in one Imgur album, and you can check out the Champions Visual Aid in the top right column has the calendar of events, and that actually shows which ones are time-gateable or not. Like, which ones are retired, I mean. Snobbiger, question. First of all, I am so happy for you getting the job at C&E and getting 6 streams a week. Thank you! It really means a lot to me. Like, a lot. I have an idea how much that means to you, and I'm very happy to achieve that goal of yours. Do you foresee a time that you'll be streaming on your own channel again, whether other games or pyrography? I really like the chill of watching you do the pyrography. Thank you, Snob. Snob is referring to my quarantine hobby of choice, because so many of us picked up a hobby during COVID, is actually wood burning. I picked up the art of wood burning, and it is very soothing and very satisfying to do, and I feel like I've got at least some small modicum of natural talent for it. But I haven't been able to do it for a while, because now I have a full-time job working for Codename, which is something I've wanted for, let me just check, years. I'm very happy about that, but it has eaten up a lot of my time, so I don't really stream my own channel very much at all anymore. So I want to stream on my own channel again. What I would like to do is to make it like a once-a-week thing on weekends, just as a way for me to relax and engage with the little tiny community that I've been building, which is nice. We still have a Discord, still keeping that alive. But yeah, it'll probably be smaller games, like not giant epic 100-hour JRPGs like Tales of Arise. It'll probably be smaller games and wood burning and probably D&D stuff. Because I really want to do more of D&D stuff desperately. But that will have to wait until I have moved. I'm planning on moving this year. It's going to be a big, long move. But once it's done and life is settled down, then I can finally focus back on setting up a streaming schedule for my own channel. Thank you for asking, Snob. Lafayette! Hey, is the 2-team feature long to unlock? Seems pretty fun to manage 2 teams at once. It's honestly not really a long time to unlock it. It can be a long time to unlock it. So what you have to do is collect 2 champions in every slot. So Bruenor and someone else. Celeste and someone else. Naeli and someone else, etc. All the way to slot 12. You have to have 2 people at least in every slot. So if you angle specifically for that, then you can get it done pretty quickly. Like a couple months. But you can make it very difficult for yourself if you're just doing like, I'm going to collect all of the slot 1 champions, and then all of the slot 2, and all of the slot 3, then it'll take an incredibly long time for you to actually get the multiple adventuring parties game mechanic unlocked. So it really depends on your choices. Trentinator question, I would have liked to know when I started playing, when starting a new campaign or event, what favor should I shoot for on the first run before I reset? I mean, as much as you feel comfortable with. So I like to, for fun, I like to see the highest I can possibly reach on my first fresh run of something new. Whether it's a time gate or an event or a new permanent campaign, that's the most exciting. I always try to push as far as I possibly can. And just get as much favor as I possibly can. So if you can reach some kind of E number, like orders of magnitude, scientific notation, E4 or higher, then awesome! If you're a newer player, that's probably not going to happen for your very first run of something. On my main account, I can hit enormous numbers, like E20, 30, 40, E50 even, on my first run. Because I know that I can reach soft cap on my very first run, so the world's my oyster. On my secondary account, not so much. I'm struggling to even beat 150 right here. I managed to get to, I think, E4 or E5 on my first run. Yeah, I think it was like 1 E5 on my first run. And that was with using very low geared champions, and I just put on some various potions. Oh, that's interesting. Kroll still shows as alive, even though Kroll's being devoured. And then it just grabbed him twice. Who in my party here? Oh, wait. Does Scattertax? No, Scattertax isn't doing it. Who was making the Devourer miss? Maybe the Devourer's just bugged or something. Oh, Baloth. Right, Baloth preventing him from dying. Right. Cool. Thank you, chat. Completely different drow. Not drenched at all. Reaver, excuse me, good Sir Mars. Could you pass on a quality of life suggestion recording the highest damage hit for patron challenges of having requirement your highest damage dealer? Quality of life suggestion recording the highest damage hit for patron challenges of having requirement your highest damage dealer. Could you rephrase that, please? I'm not sure that I understand what quality of life improvement you're asking for there. Remember, it is early in the morning for me, and Trevor, both of us. It's earlier for Trevor even than it is for me. Meanwhile, Foolish Genius question-ish, historic champions as a possible alternative? Legacy champions? Historic or... I like Legacy, because we have that in the game as legacy achievements. There are legacy achievements. So, Legacy champions sounds really good. I might try to popularize that myself. That's a good suggestion. Thank you, Foolish Genius. So we are 20 questions in, and hey chat, I want to do something fun with y'all. You see my chest code up here? I bet you thought I wasn't gonna make that relevant at all. It's like, I'm gonna make that relevant. Rust on the Harbor is fantastic. I love his name. Rust on the Harbor is a foreign pirate who gave up a life in the sea because of far too wet. Now trying life as an adventure on a land, he'll win his rogue skills, and anyone who gives that which his heart desires most won't go peace. So, that's really fun. I have made tabaxis before, and given them tabaxi names. And I have also played various NPCs from established Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Like, Tomb Annihilation has a couple of tabaxi, and they have fun tabaxi names. Hey chat, what's your tabaxi name? Because I just found a tabaxi name generator online. So, just so y'all know, I am Drifting Cloud. That's my tabaxi name. What's your tabaxi name, chat? Let's make a tabaxi clan together. Icon has cheeseburger. Nip satchel. Waffle on the iron? Ah, that's really good. Beard in the tea for me. Fantastic. Knocks over vases. Chases the red light. Sky full of stars. Fox in the desert. Infinite weight of words? That's a dope name. Love that. Goes boom. Kismet Ra. Mouse almost got away. Wet sock. Cup meat floor. Yells at clouds. Tail held high. Keyboard that clicks, says Trevor. Run for the border. Wakes at noon. Wait, Champions of Lore did the same thing? Trevor, really? Because I wasn't there for lore yesterday. Did y'all really do the same gag yesterday? Because I thought of doing this morning. I mean, not yesterday morning. I was going to do this yesterday. My partner and I was Wednesday night. I was telling her about the new character and really excited about it. And she was like, so what's your tabaxi name? And so I found the tabaxi name generator. It's like, I am Drifting Cloud. Actually. She got Cake of Chocolate and Screeching Bat. That is delightful. This tickles me so much because I think my favorite early years my brother and me bit was warrior cat names. And so this is like the D&D equivalent of warrior cat names, and oh god, I love it. Sits wearily alone. Shadow of the Mouse at High Moon. Naps on Radiator. In Your Way is a great name. Flops in Snow. One with Dusk. That's cool. Enlarge in Sunlight. Cuddles on the Blanket. These are all excellent names. Thank you, chat. Maybe I'll go back, check out the VOD, and write down all of the names people are throwing out. To make a little... I don't know. Do something with that. Maybe I'll actually put in a tabaxi clan using all of these names into some D&D game that I run. That could be really fun. Dust in the Wind! I did that one. In one of my published adventures on DM's Guild, I've got Dust in the Wind as an NPC. She's a tabaxi gunslinger, like Rust. Thank you for playing along with me, chat. That was a delight. Ah, now I really wish I had done it yesterday morning so I could beat Champions of Lore to it. Also because then it would be like we did it on the same day. That's so cool. I can't believe we thought of the same gag. I love that. And now Trevor's here with me. It's really fun. Reaver, yes, we did catch your clarification. I just wanted to get my my gag out. Oh, you did it Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Am I getting turned around here? Oh yeah, Wednesday. Duh. Oh, that's right. I was scheduled to mod for that. But I had a meeting to attend instead. That's right. Alright, so yes. In fact, Champions of Lore beat me to it completely. Because I didn't think of it until Wednesday night. But yeah, Reaver did have clarification. So getting back to Reaver's question. Excuse me, good Sir Mars, could you pass on a quality of life suggestion recording the highest damage hit for patient challenges of having requirement for your highest damage dealer and clarification what they actually did for the damage, not just who did the damage. Oh, like, what the damage number was. So that you could see exactly how hard people are hitting something. Is that correct, Reaver? I could pass that along. But also, like, feel free to, you know, post that in the suggestions channel on the Discord, because people do read that. Let me see, actually, over on my main game, if I go in here and challenges. Okay, so, like, for example, reset any Mert variant or free play in area 250 plus wins because your highest total damage dealing, excluding ultimates. And it says who is your current highest hitting character, but you also would like if it also said what that hit is, so that you know what number you have to beat or what number you successfully did the thing with. Is that right? Yeah, EdLad brings up a point of why would that be useful, because Bud does that job, right? It does. Bud tells you what your highest damage hit is. You can just hover over this for more information. It'll even tell you how long ago it happened. Is that just useful to have it in multiple places? Because when I need to see my highest hit for something, I just always look at Bud, personally. It does decay, but if you look at the hit number, that's the... I can't move my mouse onto it because my mouse is currently making this appear. See if I can't... It says hit, by, and Bud. The hit line says the big hit that you did before the decay even started to happen. Reaver says, correct, I have Hitch being a jerk and not letting my healer bypass his damage, and it happened while I was offline. Yeah, I can see that being aggravating. Alright, I can't make any promises, but I can poke people about it. Alright, Halo Pro. Does free release debuff apply to each missile from Ashara, Okori, etc.? I would imagine so, because champions that hit multiple times, like Ashara's magic missiles can hit different enemies, so it would make sense to me that the debuff would apply to each of those enemies that have been hit. Now, whether it's every enemy that's been hit, or it's every hit that goes to an enemy, that's a distinction. I guess I'm not really sure about that one, actually. It could be either way for that. I'm not sure how I could test that either, especially with only 5 minutes left in the show. Yeah, no, that's a great question, Halo Pro. It's one of those things that we just don't really have, like, visible information on in the game. And I don't think I would even be able to check that, because if it would be... I mean, I'd have to just put in a formation that just has freely and, like, I guess a multi-hit champion, and that's it. And then go very slowly and just watch very carefully. And see if there's any instances where my DPS is then doing more damage than they should on one target versus another target at the same time, like during the same attack. Because that would then indicate that the debuff is applying multiple times on the multi-hit aspect of that champion. But yeah, that would be difficult to test. I'm gonna move on, but good question, Halo. Maybe ask on Dev Insights for that one. Ask Justin and Dave if it works that way. From the Mill, question, I've managed to hoard about 60k gems. I'm in the midish game now, working my way through Avernus. Should I still be dumping gems in a gold chest, or is it time to start unlocking 50k feats? Love the show, thank you. Thank you, From the Mill. Midish game, working your way through Avernus, nice. Should you still be dumping gems in a gold chest, or is it time to start unlocking 50k feats? 50k feats that's a lot of gems to drop. If you are fully epic on your evergreen characters, as in Brunor, Celeste, Naeli, etc., Azaka, Dritz, not your event characters, but your evergreen characters, your champions, then okay, it's time to start picking up feats. It's time to start picking up more familiars. It's also time to start grabbing silver so that you can farm for shinies. But yeah, 50k is a lot to drop. Just choose carefully. Choose very carefully which feats you're picking up at that price tag. Because not all feats are equal, right? I would say that the most important feats to pick up are the ones which allow a champion to qualify for use in patrons. Yeah, Jamick, hi, welcome. I'm leaving very soon. Sorry. Yeah, the show is only 1 hour long today because we got to make room for something else. Coming up very soon now. Johnny, the creator of Rust, is actually going to be doing an unlock run for Rust, their character, on their own channel. And we are supporting that by not conflicting with my show's time slot. But real quick, B. Greenwood, question, is Human's speed gear dependent? Is Human speed gear dependent? If so, can you explain which item and how? Oh! Yeah, totally. Hold on. This one. Rainbow Eggs. Slot 4. If you can get a golden epic rainbow eggs, then things are going great for you. Yeah, so that's for Carefully Balanced. And Carefully Balanced is increase the effect of Zerang's teamwork ability for each champion adjacent to the kobolds. And Zerang's teamwork ability is enemies have a % chance to drop double quest items or count for double quest progress. So yes, you want to get rainbow eggs up. You want to collect as many rainbow eggs as you possibly can. The shinier and goldier, the better. Fennec, question, do you know if any visual changes are planned on debuffs? Those visuals are not really discernible when you have multiple on enemy. I don't know of any plans to change that, but boy, I would love if they did. I agree. It can be rough. Alright, last question. Fennec, do you know... Oh no, that was the one. Okay. Last question, Puritan74. My next time gate, I need to unlock a second slot 12 champion so I can finally unlock adventuring parties. Who do you recommend? Oh, Zorbu for a DPS option, or Penelope for buffing. I might even really just say Penelope, because you're going to get more use out of a support than you will out of a DPS, because supports can apply for multiple DPS. Alright, let's wrap things up. Sorry to cut it short, but I will be back, of course, on Monday, as always. And I'll keep you guys posted. I'll talk on Discord about like what's happening with this. Thank you all for joining me for this episode of Mars Guiding Hand. I hope to see you all again next time, which will be Monday at 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Check out all the other awesome shows that we have here on the CNE Games Twitch channel. But first, check out Johnny's stream for Unlocking Rust coming up next, very, very soon. You can follow Idle Champions on social media. Please join our community on your social media platform of choice. You can find me on Twitter at Ryan Blake Hall, but please just call me Mars. It is my preference. Thank you to Comain Entertainment. Thank you to Trevor today, our tireless mod, for doing everything in the chat. I see Trevor just dropped a link for the Rust stream. Excellent. I will be checking that out myself. Thank you to everyone for watching. Wherever you're on the multiverse, be safe, be kind, spread some joy today. Even if it's just a little bit, it's fine. Do what you can. And until next time, have a good weekend, and look sharp. Meow. Drifting Cloud, Nightpaw, Dark Shadow, Thorntail, Star Ear, Bristletongue, Scarhide. Yeah, I'm done. See ya.